I've been I've been creating my entire life. I don't remember not. I've always done that. I had, I just take the generic art classes in school because that's all we had was a generic art class. It's just like, oh yeah, art class, and people go in and do their homework, and I'm the one that's sitting over there actually drawing. And we do, the Houston Livestock Show was the one big thing at the end of the year, and then that was it. And I think there was something through back in '86, like the year I graduated, through the Congress where they took and that was tied to the Arts Council, where they had hooked up with the senator and hung one of my pictures for several months or so in the hallway to somewhere in DC. And then yeah, and that sounds really bad. And then I'm off to school, and I study artwork for a good while, and worked for a year and a half at minimum wage job, and then I got I decided I look at what they're making off of my art and what I'm making off of it, and I'm like, I can do this. I don't need these people. And so I starved for a good while, and then started lining things up, and came back to College Station to. I got one job here, and I decided I wanted to be around my family, so I stayed, and I've been, just making it work ever since. I wear a lot of hats. I do everything from painting stained glass windows to graphic design stuff to the fine arts, to the paintings, to getting to paint what I want to do. And for a lot of it's sold before I get to do it. And ideally, you want to be able to paint your own thing. You want to be able to paint, this is what I want to paint, and you just go paint it, and then you show it to people, and somebody goes, hey, I really like that, and they pay you, and you pay your bills. But it's not a very art heavy community. People are the community. It's pretty conservative. Most of the people, they don't think about art first, and they don't put a whole lot of value in it. And I think I got a really good door opened up for me. I think 3 years ago, Chris Dyer and got together with the folks at the Seed, and they offered me a show that was very last minute. I managed to pull it together, and it's been really helpful. I mean, it's allowed me to paint what I want to paint, do the things I want to do. Not to, I still do all the other stuff, but it put me in front of enough people. It gave me the opportunity to do what I'd been wanting to do, and gave me a little bit of exposure, so to where now I have that option as well. And I guess it's an extra line on my resume, but it's been a pretty invaluable one. From there I've gotten some other opportunities. I get people that come and say, hey, paint me something, as opposed to, hey, paint me this. And I guess that's really what any artist wants, is paint what you want, not what I want. The last time somebody came over to do this, I said, I want to see what you're going to put on there before. It's like, I don't care, you can put whatever, but I want to know what it is before it goes on there. I don't need like approval or whatever, but I hate this shit.
Okay, you're the worst interview I've ever done.
I'm certain I am.
And that's okay. You're obviously not doing art to be interviewed, and that's fine.
That's the reality of it. It's hard to put into words. I mean, my head's all over the place. I'm very visual. Everything I see just kind of goes into a little box and gets shaken together and spit out, and random odd thoughts, and I don't get to most people don't see all that. I share it every once in a while, but the artwork's kind of my I don't know, it organizes my thoughts. It gives me focus in fuck. I'm a weird mix. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy people. I enjoy hanging out, what have you. But I like my private time. I like to, spend time by myself, putting things on. That sounds stupid. Yeah. It's everything. I think people don't realize how much of their world is art, from their furniture to their front door to their house to their yard, the vehicles they drive, the everything that you come in contact with for the most part is design or art related. And that's on a design side. But if you go over to the fine arts, it's the decorations, it's the stuff on the walls, it's when you go into a home or an office, it's the way it affects how you feel and how you receive that stuff. And art, a community that supports the arts is always going to be richer in that sense. It's always, without that, you end up without that, that's where you get brown. You get a brown world, everything's gray. Gray is a better word, but yeah, I don't know where to take that exactly.
No, it's cool. We're just talking about
but
shit.
yeah, no, I hear you. It's not about the benefit of supporting the arts it's not about supporting these people that want to make art. It's not about handouts and helping out people that are trying that I want to make art and you're it's about helping yourselves, because if you support them, they're creating a visual world that you get to live in.